So we are Money Anchor app. I'm Brandan Kammer. My partners are Giselle, Wellmaker, Siddhi Manche, and Shreeraj Ghorpade. And we're here to present our Money Anchor app, our budget anchor app today. So in our table of contents, we're going to go over our objective problem statement and then talk about the analysis that we did with our users. We're going to talk about our conceptual design, our go over the detailed designs that we made over the last two semesters, talk about the testing and evaluation, and then we'll conclude the presentation.
Hello.
Yep, we can hear you.
Yeah, next slide, please. Yep. So the problem we identify was that managing personal finances today is still confusing and overwhelming for many users. Most tools either provide too much information or not enough guidance. So our objective was to design a solution that simplifies financial management while also being proactive, helping users not just track but improve their financial behavior. We wanted to create something that is clear, intuitive, and actually useful in day-to-day decisions. Next slide, please. So to begin with, we conducted secondary research to understand existing landscape. This included studying current financial apps, market trends, and existing literature. What we found was that most apps focused heavily on tracking, but lacked personalization and proactive insights. This gave us a clear direction on where the gaps exist. Next. After that, we moved into primary research to validate these findings with real users. We conducted interviews, surveys, and observations to understand actual user behavior and challenges. And this helped us uncover deeper insights, especially around how users think, feel, and how they make their financial decisions. Next. This is a snippet of how we conducted our interviews. For our research process, we defined clear procedures, including participant selection, structured questions, and consistent documentation. We used tools like interview scripts and recording methods to ensure reliability. This structured approach helped us collect meaningful and unbiased data. Next. Once the data was collected, we organized it using affinity mapping. This allowed us to group user responses into themes and patterns. Instead of looking at individual opinions, we focused on identifying common behaviors and recurring pain points. This step was critical in turning raw data into actionable insights. Based on these patterns, we created key artifacts such as personas and other visual representations. These artifacts helped us clearly define our target users, their goals, frustrations, and motivations. They acted as a reference point throughout the design process to ensure we stayed user-centered. From our research, a few strong insights stood out. Users preferred simplicity and clarity over complex features. They relied on familiar mental models like traditional banking apps. They're open to AI-driven insights, but only if they're transparent and easy to understand. And most importantly, users want actionable guidance, not just data. These insights directly shaped our design decisions. So, with a clear understanding of our users, their needs, and their behaviors, the next step was to translate these insights into actual design solutions. This is where we move from research into design, turning problem into ideas and ideas into experiences.
I'll take over. So thank you, Shreeraj. So now you have seen the research part, but let's move on to the conceptual design. So over the next few minutes, I will walk through how we turned our user insights into the actual product. Next. So as we know that we begin with affinity mapping. So we analyzed more than 50 research notes and identified and listed down to seven core themes, which are proactive awareness. We want our users to know what they're spending, how they're spending, and AI, which acts as a supporting friend and also solves their money-related doubts. Trust, simplification. Simplification in specific because throughout our user research, we identified that when it comes to money, our users want the information to be as simple as possible. So with these themes in mind, we moved to ideation. We started with individual brainstorming at first. So since we are a team of four, we independently came up with 25 ideas each, giving us a total of 100 ideas. So here we wanted feasible, non-feasible ideas, anything which comes to our mind, because we wanted to gather as many as ideas possible and then start doing the filtering part. So this collection of ideas is what we call our idea book. Next. Um, so idea book. So with 100 ideas in front of us, we needed to find the strongest one. So how we did that? We did that in two steps. First, we filter out the ideas into using our seven core themes, which you saw earlier. Using those themes, we brought the 100 ideas to 64 first. Then we used the rating scale method, second method, which ranges from not feasible to must have, which gives us a final two list, which are top 10 feasible ideas, which moved into design the further steps, and the top 10 or inaccessible ideas which we carried out in our storyboards. Like for example, our top 10 ideas include budget builders, saving trackers, AI prediction, and on the other hand, as you can see, the inaccessible ideas, which include real-time emotion tracking, budget, automatic card locking system, which sounds exciting, but we couldn't include it right now. So yeah, next. So with this top 10 feasible ideas we selected, we then moved to information architecture. Here we organize the app into five core features: a dashboard, which is an overview of everything, accounts for managing users, their accounts, cards, an AI chatbot for their queries, transaction to view their daily spending, uh, where they spend, and a spending report page specifically to understand their spending and analysis. So after this, we moved on to sketching part where we brought out our most creativity. Like we drew out it on paper, like layouts. And once we felt confident about the structure, we then moved to wireframes to test the logic, the structure of the app before we start making anything to high fidelity prototyping. Next. So in this wireframe part, we will now understand like how we made some specific design decisions. So for the dashboard, as you can see, we have clear progress bar, a budget snapshot so that users feel oriented when they open our app. And for the account, we chose a bank-like layouts where users are already having their mental model of what a banking interface look like. And we wanted to match that so that it reduces the cognitive load. So similarly for the transaction, for the report, we wanted to bring out whatever our users are actually needing. Next. So here we created two story boards with different personas. So first persona who is a mindful spender who knows how to use finance, but using our app Money Anchor as just an app who he needs to cross verify, but also just to be sure about it. And Maya, on the other hand, who is a second persona who is anxious about her money and needs an app to make a good decision, makes and wants to feel calm about her decision and wants to be sure. So these were two personas we decided that we'll understand and we'll use our designs to work across both the mindset, not just a specific type of user. Next. Now, most importantly, before we move on to before we move on to high fidelity prototype, we wanted to decide our GUI style guide, which is most important, I believe, for our designs to stay consistent all around. So it was built around four principles like clarity, as you can see, accessibility, consistency, mobile first approach, and through and we observed that our user research that even though there are good current financial apps available, but they are not providing a strong mobile experience. Lastly, and next. So lastly, for the finally the evaluation of our conceptual design. So we experienced some limitations. Like for example, there was sample-sized participants, and even we observed that if some participants were giving their desirable answers, not specifically what they need. So that was some limitations. And but simultaneously, we also learned some lessons that simplicity is most important because when it comes to complex features, so simplicity is required and even communication because better we communicate with the users, the, the product will come out to be better. And lastly, the next steps. This will be explained by my teammates, the high fidelity prototype and the usability testing and iteration we made on.
Okay, so now I will go over the detailed design. Next, please. After building our wireframes, we turned them into high-fidelity prototypes to create a more interactive experience. We use Figma for design and prototyping and follow our design system to ensure consistency across the app. At this stage, we focus on key user flows, including budgeting, transactions, and AI assistant interactions. Next, please. The Money Anchor budgeting app has 5 main pages: home page, accounts, AI Anchor, transactions, and reports. On the home page, users can view their total balance, including income and spending, and easily add expenses or income. It also includes quick actions such as subscriptions, to manage subscriptions, track financial goals, use the AI price negotiator, and view insights. All are connected across the app for a seamless experience. Users can also see a budget overview by category like dining, shopping, and transport, and adjusted monthly, weekly, or yearly. In addition, the page provides AI insights, financial goals, and recent transactions in one place. Next, please. The homepage also includes AI insights that helps users make better financial decisions. For example, it can show potential long-term savings, such as how small spending changes today can help users reach goals, such as buying a house. It also suggests actions like automating transfers or reviewing recurring bills. Users can set financial goals and track their progress as well. Next, please. So on the accounts page, users can see their total spending in a main overview card. They can view all their accounts, including savings, check-ins, and credit cards, and either add accounts manually or accept system suggestions. In the subscription sections, users can review and cancel subscriptions in the app. Next, please. The AI assistant page starts with a chat feature where users can ask questions and interact with the AI. It also includes personalized quick prompts based on user behavior and data. Below that are 3 main AI features: the price negotiator, saving tips, and money coach. The price negotiator provides scripts for negotiating bills or subscriptions. Saving tips offer personalized ways to reduce spending, and the money coach gives deeper financial guidance based on their user situation. The transactions page shows top spending category. Can we go next, please? Yeah. So this is the transactions page where we have the top spending categories automatically generated from user activity. So users can add transactions manually or upload receipts and search or filter using key filters. Transactions are automatically organized into category, the ones that you see on the circle, like with icons. But users can also edit these categories, create or modify them, like the example with eating out for better tracking. So now we have the reports page that shows a total spending overview along with weekly, monthly, and yearly trends. It also includes a breakdown of spending categories and show how they change over time. In addition, it provides actionable insights to help users understand spending patterns and make financial decisions better. We don't have audio.
Yeah, keep going.
Okay, that's fine. So I'll just explain a little bit. So the storyboard shows a financial support system that tracks spending in real time and gives simple reminders before purchases. It helps users make better financial decisions without limiting their choices. Over time, these small interventions build stronger financial awareness and long-term stability.
So evaluations. So now I'll walk you through our evaluation process, including the methods we use, how we tested the prototype, and the key results that we gathered. So our team used the Maze platform alongside with Zoom one-on-one interviews to run our usability tests. Maze allowed us to create interactive flows directly from our Figma prototype and collect quantitative data like success rates and missed clicks. This helped us quickly pinpoint usability issues based on real user behavior. So for our usability testing with Maze and Zoom, we conducted 2 rounds of moderated usability testing with 16 participants in total. Each participant completed 4 core tasks while thinking out loud and answering follow-up questions. After the first round, we iterated on the design to address the biggest pain points that we found. So test one and two. So the first test we asked the users to complete was explore the app and its interface. They just clicked around the app and found out all the usability flows that we created for them. And then the second test was to navigate to the AI Insights section, review the predicted savings opportunities generated by the AI. And after reviewing it, apply all the AI suggested actions to their budget or spending categories in whichever way you find in that tab. So most found that app very easy to navigate, but some struggled with unclear icons and labels. But in the second task, they found that the AI insights were seen as helpful, but a few users had difficulty locating the feature due to navigation issues. And you can see in our maze, it gave us task rates, success rates, average time on tasks, and missed click rates, and we were able to compare these to our second design, which I think is really great that the maze provided that. So test 1, test 3, and 4. We asked the users to open the transportation budget, increase the allocation, select a reason, review the AI recommended transfer from groceries, and confirm. And then the last test we asked them to do was open the AI assistant and imagine you wanted to buy a shovel, interact with the interface as needed to explore how AI would help if you find purchase options. So for these tests, both the budgeting and the AI shopping tests, users wanted more flexibility. That was what we got from our findings, like better fund transfer options and clear scenarios. And some users were also confused on how the AI worked and expected more direct guidance like links or clear expectations. So our iterations based on test 1, we removed the quick actions from the homepage. We felt that the quick actions didn't provide much use for our users and made more confusability, if anything. And then we reworked the AI anchor tool. In our original high fidelity prototype, we had 5 pages that the users would use. So home, accounts, AI anchor, transactions, and reports. So we switched that AI anchor menu tool to a AI chat bubble that's seen on all our pages throughout our prototype. And then the add and expense and income, we just adjusted it so it looked better on the first screen so people could use it more readily. Then we conducted our second task. So same as before, we asked the users to explore the app and its interface. And then a new task for them, we asked the users to, from the homepage, use a new AI assistant bubble to ask for AI purchasing recommendations. So in the second round, users reported much higher ease of use, but some of the data that we collected showed that they still were struggling with a few features, just not exactly sure how to use the new features we had, like the AI tool. So that was interesting to see. And then our tests 3 and 4, we asked the users to adjust their transportation budget, then get an AI suggestion to reallocate the funds to cover the additional costs. And then we asked them to watch the storyboard video that we weren't able to share the sound on and answer a few follow-up questions from that. From the budget adjustment task, we saw that they had a great success rate, but there was a high misclick rate that showed users struggle to find where to make the changes. And this reports that like navigation clarity was still a major issue. Then we iterated our design based on our test 2 findings. So one major thing we improved on is that we improved the visibility and labeling of AI explanation and features to make it easier for users to notice it. We thought that would help with address trust and clarity. So instead of just the chat bubble with why this suggestion, we did a border highlight and then a clear explanation in there. And then the other two, the other two iterations we made based on test 2, we adjusted how the AI chat bubble looked in the bottom right corner. So instead of just blue, which kind of blends in with the bottom menu, now it's a gradient, so blue from pink. And the interactive bubbles that pop up when you click it, we adjusted the look of that. And then, we also improved the budget adjustment flow by adding a quick access menu. So if you can see that 3 dots right there, that the arrow's pointing to, we added that, and then the adjust, remove, rename. This cleared up some of the confusability for the users because we had such low success rate in our task 3. We felt this change would help a lot. So our conclusion, I'm just going to summarize what we learned from this process. So overall, the app effectively helped users understand spending and make better financial decisions, especially through our AI insights. While our testing showed strong performance and positive feedback, we identified key challenges in discoverability and navigation. We found that iterative improvements significantly enhance our experience or the user's experience. So lessons learned. A few key takeaways are the perceived usability doesn't always match actual usability. Visibility is critical. Users can't use what they can't find. Trust in AI takes time. A lot of the feedback we were getting from the users is that experienced users would trust the AI to make decisions for them, but less experienced users with AI still had some distrust with AI. So asking them to use it, there is still some trust issues with that. but and then clearing up the design iteration or the design itself, adding small UI cues to add like clickability, greatly impacted and helped our design overall. So thank you.